Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Vince here. Just wanted to do a quick video on the Sword and Shield set Crown Zenith, which was the final set of Sword and Shield and the final specialty set of that block. Now, today's video I just want to do a quick kind of a me vouching for, in my opinion, Crown Zenith being by far the best special set in the Sword and Shield era, and possibly the best set. Now, I'm not going to go into if it is the best set. That could be for a later video, but just want to display the fact that I think it is easily the best special set to come out of Sword and Shield. And the first thing I want to go into is we'll start with value. It's not the most important thing in my opinion, but obviously value is always going to be there, and I just wanted to show where that stands versus the other special sets. So we'll start with the first special set, Champion's Path. I'm using pokedata.io. The card list value total is $414.96, and just in terms of the art, it's pretty lackluster in terms of Champion's Path. It's a Charizard or bust. They are two nice Charizards, I will say that. This Gardevoir is pretty nice too. But other than that, it's pretty much some full arts and some Vs that are just kind of lacking. So, very mediocre set. So that one would be the first special set that came out in that Sword and Shield block. And we're going to move on to the second one, which was Shining Fates. Total value of $350-$362. I actually like Shining Fates, really nice. It did get printed pretty heavily. Most of these special sets got printed pretty heavily. Shining Fates, I think, may have been printed the most of all of the special sets, including Crown Zenith, but Crown Zenith also has got printed quite heavily. But Charizard VMAX is nice, Suicune, Skylight. I mean, there's some really cool cards in this set. I do like Shining Fates. I don't think it's better than Hidden Fates. Definitely not, but it is a nice set. But $353.62, solid art, but still not better. Definitely better than Champion's Path. But let's go to the next one, which was Celebrations, which was the anniversary set. $145.73 in total value of the Classic Collection. I really love Celebrations, although the cards don't hold a lot of value. Obviously, the artwork is really nice because it's reprints of various cards throughout Pokemon's history. So, also the texturing on the cards themselves, if you've ever opened it, which I'm sure most of the people watching this video have, the cards are fully textured, which is kind of cool. So I will say that they're very nice. They're super cheap because this thing got printed to the ground, and the pull rates are very easy. There's only 25 cards in the Classic Collection. And then if we come over to the actual just main set, there's the one Gold Mew, which is actually a really nice card too. But outside of that, we don't really have much. So overall, not in terms of value, not very much value. There's about $175. It is a celebration set, and I do think it'll do good long term, but in terms of value, at least in the short term right now, it's not too great. Alright, let's go to the next one, which is Pokemon Go. Another one, it's $219.07. So this one's in, third place now, based on the ones we've looked at. And the art on this is not bad. I know it's not very liked, but yeah, it's about average, to be quite honest. It's nothing crazy. The Mewtwo V-Star and the Dragonite V-Star are pretty nice. I like the Mewtwo V-Altar. I think it's really nice cards, kind of slept on. I think this will eventually be in first place from this at some point when it gets pumped. As we've seen most of the Altarts get pumped, at some point it'll probably jump these over. So, but other than that, not much there. And that would bring us to the star of the show, which is Crown Zenith. Total set value of $750.10. And this has barely been out since January of 2023. So a little over a year. that this set has been out, and the value is still holding. I mean, this is probably the value of Pokemon Go celebrations and possibly Shining Fates all wrapped into one, excluding maybe Champion's Path, just because the 2 Charizards are so large in value. But just insane art in this set. I mean, I know most people would put, you know, some of the bigger alt art sets like Evo Skies, you know, Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign above Crown Zenith, and while I agree in the sense that those cards are rarer, so you know it is harder to pull them. Crown Zenith did have very easy pull rates in terms of anything outside the gold cards. The gold cards were actually a lot tougher to pull, but all the rest of the cards were easier to pull. However, there is just a lot. I mean, as we scroll through this, I mean, this says loaded. The art is second to none. I don't even think it's a competition in terms of the special sets of the Sword and Shield block. I think this one is easily in the lead. I don't even think it's not even in the same realm, to be quite honest, as those sets. I think this one just completely blew them all out of the water. And like I said, I prefer it over, I know people are, you know, Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, Fusion. To me, this is better. The value isn't as good, I get that, but the opening experience is better. The uniqueness of it, I mean, these gold cards, I've got all 4 because I just had to have them. I waited till the price came down and I purchased all 4 of them. I never pulled them. Didn't open a lot of it because this special set's a little more pricey to open per pack, but I mean, they're just incredible. Like the way they look, we've never seen any gold cards like this. I don't understand how they're as cheap as they are. Obviously Guillotine is kind of holding a good amount of value, Arceus too, but I could easily see these cards like at the cheapest for, like, let's say the least favorite is the Palkia. I mean, I could easily see this being a $75 card, and the Giratina being as far as $150 to $200. I mean, these gold cards are the best gold cards that have ever been printed. I don't even think there's really any other competition. And when they're together, I believe it's its own like picture, like portrait. I'm going to talk about a couple of not that Pokemon did it on purpose in terms of cards that they missed in the set, but I think there was a couple things that could have made this set for sure be the, you know, odds-on favorite by far to be the best set in the Sword and Shield era. But I think the alt arts that were in the Charizard UPC, which was the Charizard VMAX alternate art, the Charizard V-Star alternate art, which is the flip side of this card, as well as the Charizard V alternate art. That trio, if they would have put it into this set, I really think that this set would possibly be not more sought after than any other sets, but I just think it undoubtedly would have reigned supreme above all the other sets besides probably Evolving Skies. I really do believe that. Now, even without it, it's loaded. I mean, I'm just scrolling through this, and the art, it just doesn't stop. This Mew is really nice too. It's kind of a dark horse for me. I think this card will do very well long term. I know it's only about $5, but I could see this easily being $25 to $30 long haul. Not that value is everything, but you know, people measure their collections on value, and everyone loves if their collection is worth money. So, you know, we don't want to act like that's not a part of it, right? But I do think that this card will be valuable in the long term. I mean, got a really nice Lapras. This Pikachu in the Japanese V-Star Universe is only able to be obtained by getting the God Pack. Other than that, you can't get it. Just great art. This Keldeo, really nice. Pretty awesome. They even have the energies that are actually textured, which I think is pretty cool. Go into the sealed products and kind of how they're doing and how do I say this? Where do I see this and kind of my prediction of Crown Zenith in the long term? Long term being 5 to 10 years, obviously. I could easily see this set being, like I said, in the top 3 of Sword and Shield in terms of sealed product value and singles in general and the value. I will say this was printed quite heavily, so I do get that. And I don't want to sit here and act like that doesn't matter. It does matter, but you know, most of the sets that are printed pretty heavily, XY Evolutions is an example, it doesn't necessarily mean that the value can't increase drastically, which, like I said, we've seen. But obviously, if it's short printed, it gives it up a way higher chance, because then that just means supply and demand is going to be a lot more demand than there would be supply, right? So long term though, I do believe the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box is going to be very highly sought after, because this was actually not a short printed product, but in terms of all the others, quite the short print, you know. And like I said, in comparison, there was a decent amount of drops on the Pokemon Center, but it's exclusive to the Pokemon Center, so that's the only way you can obtain these, obviously, unless you buy it secondary market, which would have been someone getting it from the Pokemon Center and then reselling it to you. But to get it at MSRP, which was I think $60, $59.99, you had to get on the Pokemon Center, and once it sold out, you had to wait for them to restock, which it did restock quite a few times. I think people thought, oh, it only restocked once or twice. Like, it restocked quite a few times. You just had to get it before it sold out, which was always really fast. So I do think long term this is going to be probably still the top product just because of that scarcity. But I do think after that, the mini tins is a good one to possibly the display to be second, because there were very good pull rates on it. I mean, the whole set has good pull rates, but the art on the sealed displays were really cool. I expect the tins, the Galarian bird tins, to move up this list and probably be in this range. I do like the figure collections, but the promos kind of lackluster. I think they missed on that. They could have put nicer promos there, and I don't know why they didn't. They just put these shiny. I didn't understand the idea of putting a shiny card. I mean, I didn't understand that. I don't know if anyone understood that, but weird that they put shiny cards in there, like as if it was Shining Fates. Didn't understand that, but kind of a miss there too. I do think that though the tins will come up. I do think the Pikachu Premium Collection that came from Walmart with the pin will also move up. Elite Trainer Box will kind of be here. It's always the one for special sets that people want to open. It's going to be more affordable than this one, so this one will definitely stay up there. I think they meaning the Pokemon Company, really missed with the booster bundle, and in terms of just the shape of it, it's not the original booster bundle shape, which used to be a very small, concise, small box. For some reason, they made these big, bulky boxes that only have the 6 packs. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why they did that. To me, it's a total fail. They're just so much better in the smaller boxes, like the 151 booster bundles and most of the other sets. I don't understand why they did them like this. It's just not easy to store. They're just big and bulky, and it's only 6 packs. Like, just make it very tight. I mean, that's all anyone really wanted. The pin collections are always good long term. People really like those. Another thing, it's the promos not really doing it for me. They're okay, but just, you know, they could have maybe done I don't know, some other generation Pokemon on here that, you know, I don't know, just give it a little more pop. There really wasn't much to those, so not really my thing. But I do think, you know, 3-pack blisters always do really good long term, so not a bad product to pick up. But yeah, that's kind of where where I see Crown Zenith. Like I said, I do think it's easily the best Sword and Shield special set. And then in terms of being the best Sword and Shield set overall, I think it's a lot closer than people would give it credit to be, with the Hyperon alt arts and the regular sets like Evo Skies, you know, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, Lost Origin. It kind of falls behind those just because of the high value hits in there, and it's a special set, and usually they don't get as much love. So I just think it's undervalued in the sense that I don't think people are really realizing how good this set is with the art that's in it. So I do think at some point, kind of how the boom is going on right now for alt arts, I think we're going to see that happen for these gold cards here, and a possibility of some of the other select ones in this set. So yep, that's all I got. Just wanted to kind of highlight that. And all right, thanks for watching.